you are here, just let me know. If you check at the description of this video, you're going to be seeing the topic that we are talking about today: anger management, how to manage anger in the cockpit for student pilots most especially. And there's a reason why we are talking about this. If you can hear me, I would like to know. Hi, good day, guys. Welcome. I can see some people are joining us already. Welcome to today's live stream. I can't wait to see the first person that comments on this. Yeah, like I can't wait. Okay, I can see two people. Prosper, welcome. If you can hear me, just let me know. I can see three people. Okay, four persons are already here. Like to be going straight. Any questions or anything you feel okay that we should talk about? Oh, that's nice. I'm happy that you can hear me. Prosper Chinedu, welcome, and I'm so happy. Thanks for joining yesterday, and your contributions were just on point. I really, really appreciate yesterday's live stream. Like I kept on like ruminating about it, and I'm still even thinking about it now. Getting to know like all of you, it's just like it's just fun. Like it's fair, gorgeous beauty. You're the second person. Thanks for being here. It's really nice like having you in today's live. Subscribe. I'll say click on the subscribe button and click on that bell so that whenever I post any video, you'll be able to see it. It's a network issue here. So like how to manage anger, whether flying with an instructor or flying with your fellow students. We are going to be touching that today. So if you're on the same page with me, I would just like to know, you know so the first thing we're going to be talking about today is how to understand yourself as a student pilot. Like, how do you understand yourself? We'll talk about that. Then after that, we are now going to talk about some other things, under that. So the first thing is how do you understand yourself? In fact, there are two pilots fighting in the cockpit, and somebody says, if captains or your pilot, the pilots flying you in a commercial aircraft, are fighting like this in the cockpit, what are you going to do? I would just like to know your answer to, if you see or if you get to hear voices and you know that you have two pilots in the cockpit fighting. Now, I'm saying in a commercial aircraft that is carrying over like 200 persons or even 100 persons or thereabout. What are you going to do? Fair, gorgeous beauty, and prosper. Okay, I think you guys have two that have commented already. So I would like to know your suggestions. Or I'd like to know in the cockpit. Really, really like to know, like, just the way it is. I want you to say it just as it is coming to your mind. Okay, as I'm giving you guys time, the first thing, I was saying, is to understand yourself. If you know that you're a kind of person that if somebody talks anyhow to you, you're going to react, or if somebody like insults you, you're going to, because these are some of the realities you're definitely going to face in flight. Instructor, and probably you're not getting things right. He can maybe insult you, tell you that no, you're not going the right way, and the way I'm saying it might be kind of cool, but when they say it sometimes it's not as cool as I'm saying it. They can be like, uh in fact, the way you're going is like, okay, fair, gorgeous beauty, I will enter the aircraft, I don't want to die. Okay, now I'm saying you boarded the aircraft, you boarded it. Now I'm not saying you're on ground. Now you've boarded the aircraft and you hear that the pilot, correction, like the captain and the co-pilot, they are fighting in the cockpit. what will be your reaction? What are you going to do? Just like think about it. What are you going to do? So guys, we need to like understand ourselves. Like if you're a person that's angry easily, you will need to like understand what gets you angry, like what gets you upset, what makes you like, lose your mind. These are one of the things you need to know. Then when you understand yourself, you will now know how to deal with your peculiar case, because what might make me angry might definitely not make you angry. That's the funny thing about life. Like something that's making this other person angry is not making this other person angry. Okay, figure. Okay, in this case, I will fly the aircraft. Well, we don't have a chance already in the aircraft. But what can you like suggest? What can you like suggest maybe to the cabin crew or do? What do you think you would do in that kind of case? Now you're in the aircraft, you're flying, you suddenly hear that the captain, the co-pilot, they are fighting, they are boxing themselves. What can you suggest? What will you tell them? What will you like advise them? I really want to know about that. What will be your advice to them at that moment? So guys, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Like it's very very important. It makes the channel like move forward, more and more and more. So it's really be really nice if you give this video a thumbs up. So like I was saying, if you now understand yourself and know what gets you angry, the same way what gets me angry might not make the second person angry, or what gets second person angry is you should call for an emergency. Actually, that's the best thing you can do at that time. To like call for an emergency or probably a rescue mission. Or most preferably, you have to wait till you're probably on ground to like maybe report, just like they put in, if you enter buses or public transport, you're going to see where they put, especially if it's a known commercial transport, you're going to see where they put like a tag. If this driver is driving recklessly, call so number and all that. So in your own case, probably you have to wait like when you land, and you're not going to discuss, okay, this that we need to report the pilots, they were flying at a certain point and all that. I think that's the best thing that you can actually do. Just stay put, because if you go maybe distracting them or something, that might lead to like a suicide mission, or maybe it's make them calm down because two people are fighting, then one person is like committing interrupts. I think it's like make them calm down. Anyways, whatever you feel might work at that time, I think that's the best thing to just do at that time. So number one, guys, like I've said, understand yourself, understand what gets you angry, understand what gets you pissed, understand why you feel the way you're feeling. That is very very important. So number two thing is be slow to anger. I can see more people are joining us. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also I would like to know your name. It's very very important. Okay, Elder Timothy, you're the one that just joined us. Welcome. My day was fine. I flew today. Weather was good, thank God about that. And I wish sometimes I can post like my flying videos. Okay, I think I'll do that maybe when I make like an uploaded video, not like a live video. I'll like try to do that. So my day was fine, and like I kind of had a very good day today anyways. So thank you so much for asking. I really really appreciate that. So we're talking about how to like manage anger, and I started from saying that number one, you have to like understand yourself. The number two thing that we're going to be talking about, you have to learn to be slow to anger in the cockpit. Instructors, some of them are very open with their words, in the sense that they don't hide their words. You know that there are some people that before they talk to you, they like think about it very well, that this thing I might likely be saying to this girl or to this guy, is it going to hurt him, is it going to hurt her, that kind of thing. But some people, they don't even think about it, they just say it the way it comes. They just feel anyhow they say it, you just have to take it like that, and that's the reality. It's not supposed to be so, but you're definitely going to meet this kind of persons, either as your classmate or as an instructor. In fact, most of the time as an instructor, this guy doesn't care. He feels yes, he's teaching you. He feels yes, he's trying to offer you value, and so he owes you nothing. Like, what's there? Anyhow he tells you, anyhow he talks to you. If you like, take it. If you like, don't take it. Sometimes it may not go down well with you, but you have to like take it. So being slow to anger, like deciding in your mind that this thing or whatever happens in the cockpit. Like somebody, a senior colleague came one time to do an ATPL course, and he advised me and my friend. He was telling us that you have barely 1 hour, or at most 1 hour 30 minutes to spend with your instructor while in that aircraft. So whenever you make up your mind to like go to that aircraft to fly, have it at the back of your mind that I'm going to be spending at most 1 hour 30 minutes in that aircraft. So whatever he does, I will take it in good faith. Is can do, you can make it. Yes, that 1 hour 30 minutes might be like a whole lifetime, but take it like that. It's just 1 hour 30 minutes. And the moment you take it that it's just 1 hour 30 minutes, the method at which you address that situation, the method at which you absorb whatever is going on in the cockpit will now not really matter. Because if I know I'm just going to be spending 1 hour with this person, no matter what he says, I know after the 1 hour he's going to go, I'm going to go and relax, I'm going to go and refresh my mind. So why should I kill myself over 1 hour 30 minutes that I'm going to spend? The latest thing I think I can do is just to, after I leave him, go and think about what he said, work on what he said if possible. And Fashi, even if he's your classmate that you're flying, maybe you're going on a cross country with your classmate or your friend and all that, the best thing for you to do is that you can, okay, when the whole chips are down, when everything is cool and all that, you can, okay, 4 hours, you barely spend like 4 hours with them. I know that's why I advised before, it's always good for you and your friends to be moving pari so that you can have the opportunity to like do cross country flights with them. You can have the opportunity to like fly with people that you can relate to, people that you can gist with. Because staying in the cockpit, a very very boring cockpit, guys, it is not funny. Spending 4 hours, 4 good hours in the cockpit with somebody that does not flow, somebody that is tense, somebody that does not give you the ability to like express yourself. Welcome, guys. I can see more people are joining us. Welcome to today's live stream. We are talking about how to manage anger as student pilots, how to manage anger. And I even forgot to mention this. It's not like everybody is like, okay, even me that I'm telling you, it's not like I'm totally perfect. Like I've learned how to do this, but I'm learning every day, and I just feel like I should share some of the things I do with you. I just feel okay. I know the kind of things that get me angry. I know the type of things that kind of piss me off. So even if somebody's doing them, I know I just barely have how many minutes to spend with this person. I'll go and cool off. I'll go and sit down. I'll go and reflect on other things. I'll go and distract myself with other things. Probably go to church, probably make a video, probably sleep, do other things that can distract myself instead of fuming in the cockpit. Then you come out in the aircraft, everything was bad. Outside, everything is bad. I don't think like it should be that way. Anyways, that's my thought concerning it. I don't think like things should be that way. Then the number 3 tip I have for us concerning this is to speak up if you have an issue with what somebody is doing in the cockpit, because this thing has to do with the life of both of you. Now, you're not just talking about one person. You're not just talking about, in fact, sometimes you can be carrying on back sitting or something, or you, your instructor, and somebody back sitting. So you're making a decision for 3 persons. In fact, there's something that one of our instructors advised us. If you're flying with somebody and the person is doing something that is unsafe, or something that is not, will I say, something that is not right, what he said is call the person's attention the first time, call the person's attention the second time. If the person is not responding, probably hit the person or tap the person to know if the person is actually in the cockpit. Like, because you can be in class and your mind is in that food you're going to eat. So if you call the person the first time, you call the person the second time, person is not responding, you hit the person is not responding, the best thing you can do at that time is to probably take controls, because your life is at risk, the person's life is at risk, everybody's life is at risk. And if you guys are not alive, nobody's going to know exactly what happened. So it's always good to be alive. Then when you calm down, you guys settle your issues, that kind of stuff. But being alive is very, very important. So if you call the person's attention the first time, that's the advice that was given to us from an instructor. If you call the person first time, second time, person's not answering, hit the person and make sure the person responds. If the person is not responding, the best thing you can do is take controls, because you cannot endanger your life. If you're dead, everybody's gone, guys. Every single person is gone. Welcome. I can see more people are joining. Like, it's really nice, like, having you guys here into this live stream. I really, really appreciate your time, your presence. It's really, really nice. Thank you so, so much. So, guys, this brings us to the fourth tip. Don't forget, the first tip is for you to understand yourself. The second tip is to be slow to anger. The third tip is to speak up if you're not understanding what's going on in the cockpit. And now we are in for the fourth tip. Wait till you are on ground. Like I just finished saying, if you're not alive, there's no talk, there's no conversation that will hold. Last, AIB will now come and start investigating, and they will say, nobody will know what happened, because nobody is alive to say what happened. So there are some situations, if you're having friction in the cockpit, there are some situations, wait till you are on ground before you like talk about it. It's not everything you can really like speak up in the cockpit to avoid more tension. Sometimes you have to like wait till you're on ground before you can solve that issue, before you can solve that problem. So if you're very, very angry about a particular thing, and at that time it doesn't cost your life, but you feel the person is not doing something right, and you just wait. When you're on ground, when you guys come to class, you can discuss about it. If peradventure is an instructor, I think sometimes you can like have the opportunity to like ask questions. Okay, sir, sorry, I didn't understand what happened. I didn't understand what I was doing right or what I was doing wrong that made you get angry with me, or I didn't know this, I didn't know that. If the guy is cool enough, he can like explain. But is his duty actually to explain? Is her duty actually to explain? Like the person, like now I'm talking about instructor student now relationship. If he's cool with you and all that, he can like explain, you are not doing this right, you are not doing the blah 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 and all that. But the main thing is that you understand what happened. If he's a student, wait till you're on ground. If it's going to cause more heated arguments, wait till you're on ground. It's just like this one is saying, no, we are not there. This one is saying, just wait. That's the best thing, because you don't want to get to a situation whereby you guys are arguing and you forget something. In fact, I read a story today. I actually read a story today. Two pilots had very heated arguments, like airline pilots. I read it on a website. They had very heated arguments and they were on final approach. You know, when you're on final approach, you need maximum concentration, like maximum attention, because now you're coming into land. You need to be doing your final checks, you need to be sure that everything is in place and all that. These guys were arguing, like hot argument. During the course of their argument, the gear warning sound, you know, for commercial, even for most aircrafts that have retractable landing gear, actually they have this gear warning sound that always comes on if you don't have your gear down, like these 3 grains, gears up. It will keep telling you gears up and all that till you come into land. These guys, they were arguing, like the argument was so hot that they did not remember that they had not put on their they had not like retracted their gears. And not only that, they've not retracted their gears, the gear warning sound was coming on, but they could not hear because of how heated the argument was. And so they kept on coming and they landed. Like they barely landed, obviously they barely landed because there was no gears, the gears were up, so they barely landed. Though according to the story, there was no casualties, there was no injury and all that, but I heard the company had to put a safety measure. I don't know whether they sacked them, I don't know whether the company like had maybe removed them or suspended them or seized them, or I don't know what happened anyways, or maybe they asked them to like pay for the aircraft or what. I really don't know. But what the story actually says was that they had to be playing that audio tip every day, audio video. They had to be playing it every single safety meeting for the people to know that having conflict in the cockpit can lead to so many dangers. So for every crew briefing that they're having, they make sure they play it. Every crew briefing they're having, they make sure they play it. But you can see destroying $1 million aircraft for what is wrong with you? Something that can wait till you're on ground. You did not have enough patience to wait for it till you're on ground. You were talking and everything until bam, the thing happened. So guys, you can see why I'm trying to tell you the importance of waiting, the importance of having patience, the importance of saying, okay, this argument is heated, don't worry, let's do our stuff, let's wait till we're on ground. Final, like, even if it wasn't final, maybe take off run, or maybe it just depends. But this thing can happen at any phase of flight. This thing can happen just anytime. But what I'm trying to say today is make sure, just make sure you are. Make sure at that, make sure you forget. See, it's not about you now. It's about getting safely on the ground. It's about landing that aircraft, packing it, coming out. When you come out, you guys can talk now. You see, when you're in the sky, guys, you're fighting with several factors. You're fighting with wind, you're fighting both with the aircraft. Sometimes some things are misbehaving. You're fighting with the fact that weather might not be so good. You're fighting with the fact that you're not just the only one. You have a lot of other factors to deal with than to concentrate yourself on dealing with you did this, you did that, blah blah blah, and all that. Please guys, if possible, wait till you're on ground to settle that issue, whether with your instructor or with your friend. It's very, very important. So guys, that's the number 4 tip. The number 5 tip is, guess the number 5 tip. Actually, having arguments in the cockpit is actually a very, very bad thing. The number 5 tip I kind of have for you guys is avoid hasty decisions, hasty responses. Like, you just want to answer, you just want to say something. Imagine how the guy says, are we supposed to be descending 500 feet, and you just want to answer, you just want to like attack, you know, there are sometimes actually you're flying with your classmate and what the person is saying, or maybe sometimes what the person is doing, you don't like it, and you're boiling, your face boiling inside. Guy, we are descending, oh, we are too low. You're like, don't worry, we are low. You need to see, when you fly with your classmates, you will see several kinds of attitudes, characters, and it is definitely going to be fun. I promise you that it's definitely going to be fun. But sometimes everything might not go as sweet or as desirable as you want it to go. I promise you. Sometimes you're coming into land and you're like, don't you think we are too low? In fact, you know, when you're high, it's kind of better because you're like, okay, we are high. Don't worry, I'm going to reduce power. Don't worry, I'm going to reduce power. And hi, Yomi, welcome to today's live stream. It's nice having you here today. And thanks for your contribution in yesterday's video. That was so nice. Like, I'm really happy to have you guys here today. Thank you so much for being here. So we are talking about how to like avoid getting angry in the cockpit as student pilots, flying both with ourselves and flying with your instructor. So how to like manage anger in the cockpit. That's what we are talking about today. If you have any contributions concerning this, you can leave them in the comment section. I'm going to be reading them one after the other as we go on in today's video. But like I said, we're not going to spend much time today because of some, you know, small stuff. So I'm just going to list these things for you guys, so maybe when we come tomorrow, we'll like discuss more and more stuff, including it. Like, it's just like a capsule. You like put everything like together. Welcome guys, I can see more people are joining us. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, very, very important. And if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Thank you very, very much, guys. I'm really, really happy that you're here tonight to join us. So I was talking about avoiding hasty responses. You know, there's even something except that the Bible says about answer, turn it away anger, something like that. Imagine if you've been fuming, and somebody just asks you a question and you just answer whoosh. Then I don't know if you're a kind of person that has this pricky conscience, that sometimes your conscience is like, why did I just do that? You just feel bad later on for making that decision, or you feel bad for giving that type of answer. But sometimes it like happens. You give a certain kind of answer that you are not supposed to give, like you just rush and be like, guy, what's wrong with you? Or why are you doing this? Or why are you doing that? Meanwhile, you would have waited, or you would have thought about it again before like answering. Hasty responses sometimes does not go well. So I'm going to say that for you to avoid tension in the cockpit, don't be quick to like just give your answer, just like bluffing. I'm going to call it like bluffing. Like, don't be quick to like bluff. Just say something like dumb. It's not really good. Like, seriously, it makes the person feel, what's this one feeling like? And it doesn't, I don't know, but I think we should just learn how to be patient. You see, everything comes back to just learning to control yourself. Learning to control yourself. Like, sometimes it's not that easy, especially when you're flying with somebody and you feel that you know better. Like, when you feel, you know, that sometimes we just think we know better. Come, what's this person doing? Or sometimes even when we fly with our instructors, do you know that sometimes we feel that, Kai, this guy is not doing it well? I'm telling you. Funny enough, they are the ones that touch us so, and you will still be feeling like, sometimes, why should we have that kind of feeling? No. But sometimes we still feel that way, like this guy or this girl or this lady is not doing it right. I think I can even do it better. That's a, will I say that's a false decision? I really don't know, but I think that's, it's part of pride anyway. Sometimes we student pilots, we have this kind of pride. We are like, I got it. I knew how to do it better than him and all that. So, but I'm trying to say anyways, making hasty decisions is definitely not going to help. Making taking rash decisions, like trying to make that quick answer, that quick response, is definitely not going to help. So if you are prompted to make that kind of quick response, make that kind of quick answer, I will advise that you don't do that. Don't do that. Then guys, the sixth tip I have is maintain respect. There's supposed to be like a mutual respect between me, my classmates, my friends, my instructors, like everyone basically around. If I have respect for my friends, if I have respect for my colleagues, if I have respect for my instructors, if I have respect for people around me, there are things I'm definitely not going to do. I'm not going to talk to them anyhow. Try to understand their situation, to be fair enough with them. So, maintaining respect during the course of your flight training between instructors, your students, your friends, it's going to be very important, so that it will not be like you're the kind of person that they will say, this person doesn't have respect. Can you see, even like trying to like prove your point, trying to like pass across respect for everyone around you, it's very important. So even when you feel you're fuming in the cockpit, it's just like the way you know you cannot talk to your dad or your mom anyhow. Don't talk to your instructor just anyhow, okay, just because you feel you're angry. This guy is getting on my nerves, this girl is annoying me, or this lady is pissing me off. Then you just talk anyhow. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's correct. I don't think it's something that you should do. So please guys, all this account is to make us how am I going to use that word now? It's going to make us better student pilots. That's what I'm going to say about that. It's going to make us better student pilots. So for everything you've learned today and on this channel, I would not just like you to have it just at the back of your mind as a regular talk. I want you to put these things into practice, not just in the aviation industry, in any. But why I'm talking about the cockpits, because there's no parking space in the air, and any decision you make that will cost a lot of lives, I think you should give time to like it's something that has to do with a lot of reasoning. You don't just make rash decisions and think everything will be fine. No, there's no parking space in the air. So guys, like I said, today's video is just going to be straight to the point. So I'm just going to be giving my shout out and telling you a final note. I posted something on my status today, and that's about hanging around with the right persons. That's my advice or motivation, or I really don't know the word to use, but that final talk I always give, like for every live video. The final one I have to give today is make friends with the right people. If you tag yourself along with the right people, you're going to move faster than you ever expect. If you tag yourself along with the right people, you are going to surprise yourself, in the sense that you're going to be happy that you did. Like in that post that I said I posted on my status today, they said, can you imagine that puff puff, puff puff, like the small kind of buns, as it on its own, it has always had a very little value, as per the sales for it has always been small, in the sense that people buy something like 10 naira, 20 naira sometimes. But the moment it started tagging itself along with things like samosa, things like spring rolls, it started having value. Now they call all those things small chops, and there's a reason why they do that, because it seems like all of them like go hand in hand. You put puff puff, you put samosa, you put spring roll, you put beef, you put all those things like together in a pack, and you call them small chops. So it was just like an analogy that they used, and I got to understand that truly, if you attach yourself with the right persons in your career, in life, in ministry, anything you're doing, if you attach yourself along with the right persons, you're going to have value. Value is going to be placed on you. I really appreciate, though it's quite a not okay. I can see not just 11 persons like commented on their names, but I can see we have over 7 persons here already. Prosper, thanks for being the first to comment on this video. I really appreciate that. Fair Gorgeous Beauty, thanks for joining today's live stream. Edo Timothy, thanks for being here. Yomi, thanks for coming to today's live stream. Like, it's really nice, like having here today. So guys, I hope you had a wonderful day just like I did, and I'm going to be advising, tag yourself along with the right person. That's my word for you today. Make sure you tag yourself along. And not only that, do your best and be the best. Whether you're having exams, you're having tests, you're having progress checks, you're having check rides, be your best. Till we meet next time, even still on the same channel, guys. Keep watching. Bye guys.